I will share my thinking as we go, so this is a great chance to learn and improve while we play. All right, let's start. Welcome. We have already one challenge. There was already one. I think he was the first one. I will play against him if he makes a new challenge. Let's see. Oh, he went away. Okay, let's play against him. E4. Okay, Karokan, solid defense. C5, interesting variation. Against knight c6, we play f4. And then the idea is to get bishop e3 if e6 happens. So knight f3 first, and then I think bishop e3. Yeah, and if bishop takes and queen checks, we have b4. And now I think c3 with the idea to play b4 is usually a good. Okay, this prevents b4, but now we are ready for bishop b5. And actually knight d4 if knight goes here. I think this might be a mistake because knight d4 and then b4 anyway. Because this is hanging. There is no time to take on c5. Maybe rook c8 is needed. I have to prevent bishop takes c5, but actually I think this might be a choice because, yeah, knight g4, I have bishop g1. Should I do something else? I don't know. Okay, maybe b4, just in case, because maybe castling was the... Oh, but then knight g4. Maybe this is still... yeah. Black's position might be actually pretty good after bishop e4. I have to play queen e2. Oh, I think this is a mistake now. But let's see. It weakens my position, but h3... and then there is no knight g4, and if h4, I have time for g4. Now rook h2, and if knight jumps here, I have bishop f2. At least I think this might be good for white. Okay, g5 might be something, but after knight d2, this is already a critical threat. And if I can trade these, I'm pawn up, I can trade queens and so on. So black has to be very active here. Maybe knight here. I can't take it, or maybe I can, but actually after h4, I have time to take on f5. If pawn takes, my knight takes on g3, and everything is fine. But still, it seems to be the case. Okay, g5. Black has to be active, yeah. And this is the way to play. I can't take, queen takes, and it's my every pawn is weak after that. So knight d2, he takes, I take, and then I can take on f5, I think so. So I think I have time for this. Even h4 looks quite critical. I think I have time to take here, 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 and maybe even here, and then I'm pawn up. The idea is to take this way, and then my king is not weak anymore. Of course, these pawns can get weak after h4. Oh, okay, what is this? Okay, I can take this with the bishop or with the pawn. Okay, but now I can't trade queens. Actually, this might be a good idea for black. But let's see. I think I can still take here and oh, there's bishop. I mean queen h4 after this. Even h4. Okay, I think black is at least fine because h3 is going to drop or f4 is going to drop, and I think I should give that h3 pawn. No time for do anything else. I think this is a must, and then rook f2. This drops, but I think bishop pair. This bishop is holding position together. Okay, interesting. Very active play, actually. Yeah. Oh, okay. Now my rook is somewhat hanging, so maybe bishop f1, but then he can take here. This looks very threatening. I think I'm in trouble already. Maybe I should play something like king e2. And if queen takes, have to be quick to trade queens. Maybe this one helps to defend the position, but I have to take here quickly if something like that happens. Okay, let's see. Queen, where to go here? I give this pawn and try to trade queens. Try to get this pawn here, rook here. This is very, very demanding position to play. Lots of things are going on. Of course, I think now my position gets a bit better because I can hold. I have to be careful not to let this queen to get on queen side. That's why bishop here and then rook here. Maybe queen check. Yeah, and then queen can go to f5. Why I did that way? That was a mistake, of course. I have to try to block this file now. I don't know. Can I hold this? Actually, too many threats. Bishop here. Oh, I think this was too greedy. But let's see. Oh, can I play this way? Okay, I try to trade queens now. This might be still good for me now. Okay, I can check here. This bishop is much better than this one, even though every pawn is in same color than that bishop. Now there is checkmate threat already. Oh, that was a tough game. Very tough indeed. Okay, thank you for that game. And if you send challenges, please put increment, because otherwise we have that kind of time scrambles that are not good for instructive chess. Yes, I'm playing with viewers. Welcome. I think I have time to play against all of you. Let's see. At least there is 2 challenges at the moment, and okay, should I take here or not? I'm not sure. Okay, let's play this way. Now I think I can do this because the no d6, and that's why I think d6 was needed. Okay, if bishop goes here, then I have bishop g5, e5 ideas, maybe bishop e7, but it's quite passive, and now it might be hard to get this d pawn to d6 or d5. If knight jumps here, I have time to put my bishop on this diagonal, and now d5 is weak spot. If knight goes here, I can put my other bishop to here, and there's pin. So d5 is again hanging, and there is no time for d6. And I think I can launch attack with these plans as well. So it's very critical to remember here to play d6 before castling, that you can you don't have to take on d4, because this kind of sender gives very good attacking prospects to white. Okay, now I can just retreat. I think so. If g5, I can even take, because then I have 2 pawns and very strong attack. Actually, I am thinking that maybe this one actually, and the knight takes d5, queen here, and there's no way to defend the position. I think so. Okay, let's see. Okay, of course, queen can take on g5, but then it's game over already. Now queen will enter, and okay, maybe knight, but still queen h5, g6. Okay, g6 was the move, but bishop e4, and then similar tactics works, I guess. Aha. Okay, this is not so easy. I didn't see that one. Okay, let's see. Oh, somehow I thought that king can go here. I don't know why I didn't see this one. Actually, I think I saw that in the first place, but then somehow I forgot. And I thought that, okay, I check and king f7, queen h5, and then I have to found my way. That was surprising. How that is possible? I don't know. Okay, but this game we have accelerated dragon. By the way, we have 3 streams today, and after this playing with viewers stream, I played 2 titled Thursday tournaments today. So lots of chess in this channel. Okay, and knight here might be something, so I think I can do this first, and if knight jumps here, then b3. Hello, welcome. 3+2 is better than any other time format, I think so. If there is many challenges, then I can play against all of you. And if there is no so many challenges, then we can play, for example, 10+0 games. Rabbit chess. Okay, f4. Maybe then bishop f3, or let's see. I think we have played quite often in these playing with viewers streams, and we had something similar, but I can't remember now what was the position then, but I think White is doing at least okay here. I have lost against Weavers at least few times. But usually only one in one session. But sometimes I have won every game, but it happens. It happens. I think d6 is a weak spot now. By the way, there is a poll in the chat. How often have you joined these playing with viewers streams? And it seems that every option have votes. I think 15 plus 10 is probably too much because there is so many challenges. I think I should clear this diagonal with knight d5 because then knight takes d6. Oh, actually, then queen c5 drops the knight because my knight is in between. Oh, there's some tactics, but I don't know. Are they working or not? So maybe knight e2 is easier to handle. It covers d4 as well, so let's do this and keep things simple as possible. I think that might be an option for black, but still, if d6 drops, I have very strong bishop on d6. And okay, this doesn't really hurt if this... Oh, but then queen c5 again, so I don't have time to take on d6. And he will take here. Okay, well played. I think I have to come back, but of course d6 is still weak spot. I can probably put king on h1. e4 might get weak as well, but this is weaker and knight is passive. So I think I have time to regroup like this way. And now this is already a real threat. My pieces are more active. There is nothing going on this diagonal. So, okay. But see, a2 is hanging if I do something with this knight. Okay, maybe I should go for this kind of plans. Knight f6, bishop here. He can take, I can take, but okay. Oh, maybe I have to speed up. Now this is covered by the queen. Knight d5 might be something. After knight f6, I have bishop g5. Queen covers the bishop. And there is a pin. If queen goes here, I can probably do this. Okay, knight f6 might be a threat. So bishop g5 first to get something. Now black pieces are not cooperating as well as before. Maybe I have to stop this f5. Maybe rook here. Or why not knight d5 actually? Well, I don't know. Or should I just put the rook here? Because f5, then it's going to drop. Aha. Okay, I don't know. Oh, time trouble. Oh, this bishop is now entrapped. So he should take with the bishop, but the knight might be in trouble. Okay, there's chance to put the knight on c5. Well, still some tricks, but I think I can just play this way, trade rooks, and white is winning. Checkmate. Okay, thank you for the game. Let's see. 3+2 is better than games without increment, so please put increment there. Then we can have more instructive games. 15+10 is probably too much, so hopefully you can put something like 5+5. That is still okay. Okay, should we play d5 or d6? Okay, let's play d6. Bishop g5 is of course a move here. Maybe a6 or a5, then bishop here. Then there is no d4 tactics. Okay, bishop e6 is of course a move. If bishop is here, there is common trap with knight g4. It hits here. Then I can take and do this. Actually, I think I can try to get this trap work now, because knight g4, and then I can take here with the bishop, and when rook goes here, queen can't defend the bishop. And I think it was Anish Giri or some top player who made some video about this trap. Okay, I think he knew the idea. But now I can trade, and I have two bishops. That might be at least slightly better for black. Knight h5 takes with the idea to get queen here. I have queen here, and then f2 e5 is hanging. So I think this trick, or it's not only a trick, but it's also positional idea to get e5 and use this file, use this diagonal, get something for these bishops. There's game going on, so I can't play multiple games. I have tried, but it's horrible. Then it's not an option for me, at least. I don't know who can play those multiple games, because I mean, at this time control I have played few simuls, but it's different when you have something like 20 minutes or 30 minutes. It's not so awkward, but at this time control it's impossible, I think so. For me, at least. Okay, knight takes e5 might be the move here. Well, if I play knight f4, maybe white can take and play d4. Then I have bishop pair, but he has two knights. But I think I have to do this, otherwise I have to retreat or make some weakening moves. And that's why I think this is the best option. Maybe white has something because this center and space advantage, but if I can break the center somehow, or at least make some pressure. Oh, okay, maybe even this kingside plan might work. Or should I play bishop here or keep it here? I don't know. But maybe this knight doesn't find any good squares. Let's see, I'm not sure. Maybe g5. Okay, it's risky, of course, but my opponent plays very well. Much better than his rating. It seems to me that I can't really do this. This will be a problem for black. Okay, maybe e5 now. If he plays e5, he's much better than his rating. Because I think then knight goes here and he has very active position. Okay, now I think this might be a slight mistake. Oh, there's knight g4 actually. Now I'm not sure anymore. Was this right or wrong? I think I have to follow the plan with h5. Okay. He keeps my bishops out of play, and e5 probably prevents that plan. Or c4 might be the next move. So e5, I have queen e f5 at least. But oh, b3, okay. That was the move I didn't see. Okay, maybe what can I do? I don't know. Bishop here. a5 to try to open the position for my bishops. And now rook here, I have this plan again. Because no c4, I guess. And if... Aha, okay, what is this? Now I can just take here and come back. Okay, rook here. The a file is now open, and I try to get something from there. And now these knights are not cooperating so well, but let's see. Let's see. Knight here. Oh, maybe that was a mouse slip. You played very well. It was very hard to find anything from that position. Okay, let's play open Sicilian. c4. Accelerate the dragon again. queen b6 is quite a common line, but knight b5 and probably knight to c3 after queen a5 is just a bit better for white. This is quite normal. Usually it's a good idea to try to get pieces away from this diagonal. It's easier to play with that plan. Okay, maybe black can trade here and play queen b6, but still white has some edge. But usually it's a good idea to trade some pieces when you are when your opponent has a space advantage. And that's why white doesn't want to trade pieces without good reason. Okay, again, some problems. Should I play h3 just in case? I don't want to play f4 too early because it seems to me that black's pieces are too active. I try to play without f4. Okay, interesting. Interesting. If I take here, then c5 will come, and maybe... Oh, is the plan to take with f-pawn? Interesting ideas. Aha. Well, maybe knight f3. This is not common idea, but I think this is not either. So we both have played few pieces differently than usually. I think this is too slow. Queen a5 was needed because now I have knight d5 and bishop b6, or maybe knight jumps here. I don't know actually. Yeah, okay, knight c5 again. And then I think I have to retreat. But maybe this pawn is hanging. Oh, why? Why not this one? I think I'm getting too much now. With bishop b6, queen has to go here, and now every piece is in trouble. I think I can prevent this with b4. I can't really see how black can regroup his forces. Actually, it seems to me that if I do something like this, rook is dropping, but maybe my knight is not getting out, so I need a5 to make that plan work. Okay, e6 is coming, so so what to do? If I do this, then maybe bishop or knight to d4, and I have to stop this plan. So I have to be ready for... Okay, let's take here. It's easiest way. Maybe c5 now. e6, do I have time for bishop g4? Then there's f5 at least. Okay, queen d2 covers this e6, then we go back. And this bishop is very annoying. Maybe bishop e5. And it's not so easy to break, but maybe it will in long run. And maybe g3 and knight here as well. Maybe pawn avalanche with f5, even though it looks okay, it looks unclear actually. But there's no chance to take here, I guess, because pawn structure is horrible after pawn takes e4, and this is not probably good move either. c5, but then queen trade, and tricky position. c5, takes, f4. I can use this pin, I guess. So let's play c5. Of course, queen trade will happen, but I think I have much more active pieces, and that should be something. Now I can make this threat, and probably bishop c4 with the idea to take on f5, rook here, and now maybe bishop b6, or maybe not actually. Okay, let's put the rook here, because now bishop b6 is already a threat. Aha, bishop d6 maybe. Oh, there's knight d4. I didn't see that one. I think he is playing very well. What is happening now? Oh, he can take here. I didn't see that one. Oh, he can't actually. Okay, I was lucky here. But rook d7 is of course my plan. Oh, clever. Now bishop knight takes b4 is the idea. Okay, I think I have to take here. Oh, he could just take the c5. Oh, that was a very bad choice. Maybe e6 and e5, knight f6. I have some plans with this pawn. Maybe I can hold this, but I think he's much better. Maybe not anymore, but very good play. I try to trade these light square bishops, because now I have good chances for draw. Okay, g4 is probably a good choice here. Then I have some chances to win this. Okay, there's tactics. And now maybe f3 is going to drop. Those pawns are of course annoying. Maybe rook here to catch that pawn. Do I have chance to g5? I don't know. Let's see. g5 actually. Is my king in trouble? I don't know, but now I have good chances for win. Again. This rook is out of play. Even queens, even this sacrificing plan might work. Okay, but black was much better. So okay, let's see. Of course, game is still not over yet, but I think now it will. You played very well. Okay, let's see. Let's take this one. Let's play d4 this time. e4. No bullet games, please, because I try to keep this instructive, and I would like to explain key ideas and share my thinking. So games without increment are not as good as games with increment. Okay, this is interesting. I would like to play h4. and be very active. Attacking chess. B5 is not yet an option, I guess. Maybe F4 to get F5. Why not H5? Actually, G5, F4, and then it's very tricky. But I think this might be playable, but I'm not sure. This is risky, of course. H5 is weak, but there's no good chances to... Whoa, what is this? F6. There is no way out if I play F5. Was this Mo slip? I don't know, but of course, Black should not play this without clear tactical plan, because positional-wise, this is horrible. There's no way out. Okay, let's see. Of course, there's still a lot of moves to make, but still I can put everything on queen side, and these are not playing there. So power play. Let's see, bishop d7, maybe just castling, and g4 is not needed. Every move, it's good that every move has purpose, and there's no reason to play g4. Actually, okay, I can trade everything, and queen, of course. Then I will put my knight on c4. But no c4, because if I play c4, then I might be in trouble. I mean that it's not so easy to break open. Of course, I can sacrifice something, but still, it's not so easy. Okay, I will transfer my bishop to e3. Aha. Maybe this is the... Oh, is there some queen trapping ideas? I don't think so, but it's very good to be sure. Okay, I can take here if queen goes somewhere. If queen goes here, I can trade queens. Then this will drop, or I can open the position somehow. You can challenge me on chess.com. And 3+2 is the best time control for that. Okay, and now I can't see the names. I think he was next. No, I see. Okay. Okay, let's play d4. And no games without increment, please, because I would like to keep these games instructive, that I can explain plans and share my thinking. So hopefully you can set 3+2. Okay, this looks quite normal. Bishop d6 and some kingside ideas for black. Maybe I can play knight e5, maybe even f4. Sometimes it works, sometimes not, but castling is of course a good option. Usually a c5, okay, knight e5. If knight d7, then I can do this. Okay, this is quite equal at the moment, but now there's no any attackers to d4, so I think f4 might be an option, but usually when knight e4 happens, then it's not a good idea to play f4. So if I play f4, black can take here and play knight e4, and that looks actually very good for black. So I have to start with this plan, because there's no chance to take on e5, and now I try to get my other knight to g3. I think he can't really play g5. Maybe rook here, but then rook, knight e2. Okay, g5 and then something, but it's quite risky. Now knight takes e5 might be a threat already. I can take here and play f4. Yeah, actually looks quite good. F4. And now it's not so easy to get this knight out. And this takes too much time, I guess. Let's see, maybe there is time for it. I don't know. Oh, but now at least, or maybe queen here. Queen here is much better because it creates more pressure. d7 is hanging. Bishop f5 is coming. So at least few problems for white. I mean for black. I think rook c7 is not working at all. So what to do? Maybe okay. But now this rook might get in trouble. Oh, there's some plans with takes and rook here. Oh, actually, is this winning on the spot? Queen here, takes. Oh, there's check. Takes, queen here. Then king can escape. Oh, surprising, but might work actually. This knight is going here, so I have to prepare for that. Maybe just rook d1 and the bishop f5 if knight c6, and I can keep this knight on e5. Have to speed up a bit because this looks okay. Why I did this? Should play here probably. Well, I don't know. Let's see. Oh, bishop c8. Ah, this is hanging, so it's not working. But this rook move wasn't the best. Oh, okay. I think he blundered now. Okay, king here, just in case. And this one also prevents queen b4 action. Okay, now there's b4 action, but well, oh, time trouble. So what should I do? Maybe queen here, because b4 I can take on d5. Queen here. Now d5 is hanging. Is there increment? Maybe that was a bit risky decision, but let's see. Okay. fighting spirit. Oh. Oh, my time went. Okay, I was too slow then. I just thought that I have time and okay, sometimes this kind of things happens. Of course, the game was winning, but in Blitz, have to be careful not to lose on time. Okay, and let's see. We haven't played yet today. D5. Bishop B4. I play this Ragozin a lot because it's interesting opening. Black can create dynamic play early on, and it's quite good as well. Okay, what is this line? Should I take here and play b5? Maybe I should. Okay, thank you for the game. Maybe I should play c6. Yeah, and then bishop here, a6. This pawn structure is usually quite good because if white doesn't have anything, then c5 is good, and then white is down a pawn. Usually b3 is a plan, but I can't see it's not working in this line. I think so, because I can do this and trade even that bishop. Of course, c5 is not an option now, but maybe I can do useful moves like this, or even queen c8 and c5, or queen b6, rook here. Aha. But now we can just trade and play c5 after knight f6. I think this helps black to get c5 later. Is this an option? Then I can trade queens at least. Maybe queen here to get c5. If I play this one, then there might be some bishop d6 plans, or maybe not actually. Let's play this way, because then bishop e7 is an option if I need that kind of plan. Eventually c5 will give black good prospects. Maybe c5 is the next move already. Okay, I try to choose those challenges in right order, but sometimes it's not so easy, because those pop-ups windows are in different order. At least it seems to be that way. I'm not sure, but anyway, I think we have time for I have time for games against everyone today. Let's see. Queen e4. White can trade and knight c6, so have to do something else. Maybe rook c8, yeah. Because there's nothing going on a file. Now this might be actually a good idea. d4 is also a weakness, but I can't really play bishop here because when pawn takes here, my bishop is hanging and I have to take with the queen, so it would be a problem. Now queen e4 looks quite good because then I'm just pawn up. If I keep the queens on the board, then white might have some chances. Okay, e-file is now open after this trade, but still there is even c3 plans because d4 is so weak after this trade, and I can play b4. That should be good for black. Yeah. Now knight d5. And maybe I just... oh, there's rook a2 now. Interesting. Can I do this? If rook takes, then bishop goes here. Every piece is under attack. If bishop goes somewhere, I can take here. If rook goes somewhere, I take here. If knight goes somewhere, this drops. I think this tactics might work. Yeah. So this is kind of trap. Okay. What now? Maybe bishop here. If rook takes, I take here. If knight takes, I can take, and then I have two pieces for the rook, so no problems. And I would like to take here, and then there is no counterplay. I can push b4, c3, and it's very hard to find anything for white. Actually, maybe I can do even this plan. Oh, maybe just c3. And then I will go here. Okay, maybe rook here and here. How to defend against that plan? Okay, there's a chance to play. My plan was to play f6, but let's see. Okay, thank you for the game. Let's play e-file. Scotch game. If knight takes here, queen f6 is a good intermediate move. And again, there's checkmate threat, so white is having some problems after bishop takes e6. c3 is a good choice, of course. Now I think same plan works. If knight jumps here, we can take here. There's no time to take this one because there's checkmate, and if pawn takes back, then these pawns are very weak. Even king can be here for a while, and it's not too dangerous. Queen d3. I haven't seen this plan before. Bishop c4 is at least one line. Maybe the idea is to take here with the queen. That looks pretty good actually, but I think I can do this and try to get my knight on g4. Okay. Queen here. Maybe bishop b6 or maybe even b3, b6. Yeah, b6 is actually a good idea. I can just develop the bishop here. Now I think this lost at least one tempo, and f4 is not a big threat. Or is it? Maybe d5, but then there's check. So castling with the idea to play d5, f4, here, e5, queen here. Is this working or not? Okay, hard to say. These positions are quite tricky to play. I think this takes time. So d6, knight b5, I can castle here. And now I have a square for my knight if f4 happens. There's no e5, and that's why I played d6. Knight jump might be something, but I think I could just castle and play rook b8. But I'm not sure. Was it good choice? Anyway, now I can go for this bishop. And if knight goes here, I can take here. Again, f2 is hanging, so this should be good. Hello. Yes, you can send friend request. Of course. Queen f3. What now? If I take here, he can take and take. It's very hard to say. Is it good or not? Okay. Maybe I just I prevent that b5. If queen takes here, this is at least equal. But I have to say that my opponent have played very well here. Because I mean, if we compare to his rating, there is nothing wrong actually in his position. Maybe this is coming if I castle, so I have to be careful now. Maybe knight jumps to g4 again and I will go here. But this is only one threat. I mean, this is of course positional threat. So bishop g5, maybe f6, but queen, bishop here, knight here, bishop here. And what is going on? I don't know. Okay. This is a bit strange. Maybe the plan is to trade, but still, I think bishop pair should give some prospects for black. And there was no good reason to do this. But okay, maybe b4. Bishop here, knight c4 actually gives something for white. So I think I have to take some space on queen side, take this square away and castle long. I think this was unnecessary. Maybe there was no good reason to play this kind of move. Okay, now I have to trade, of course. Okay, I don't have time for castling, but king d2 is d7 is still okay. Nothing wrong. But f6 actually is very good idea. I can't play g6 because rook e7, so f6, and then knight has some counterplay plans. Okay, that was very good chance for... Oh, this was hanging. But okay, in blitz things happens, but okay, that f6 was clearly the move for white. Okay, still some chances because those passers are still there. Oh, where to go? Here. Ah, I can't see tactics now. There was still... Maybe we can try. Again. Okay, let's try it. Oh, there was tactics, and that rook drops in the end. There was also a plan to promote, but didn't have to go there. Bishop here, or okay, this one. Okay, thank you for the game. Let's see. I think we haven't played yet. I think there was no stockfish this time, but I think in one of these sessions I played against player whose account got closed because fair play reasons, and sometimes it happens, of course, that it's quite suspicious how player can play so well if the rating is not even close. But of course, sometimes players are playing the best game in their life. It happens. Okay, I think white plays here very well here. I would like to play this plan, but I don't have time for it. And if I trade, then bishop goes here, and g4 is already a move. But if I start with this, oh, maybe it's okay. Actually, yes. Because then I can have some play on c file. No, there's no time for this because knight takes here with check. So maybe bishop here first. If g4, now I can take with the knight, and Okay. Maybe I can't. But now I can take here. I have time for this, and then it's very hard to play that plan. If bishop takes, I can take and block this flank. Or maybe knight h7 was an option if there's no bishop takes a8, but because that plan is still there, I have to do this first. But d5 is at least a weakness, and c2 also. So I think I can just play this way, and this gives good prospects for black. Even f6 now. Queen trade is interesting, but I think I can just put everything like this way. Oh, actually, maybe f4, and then g5 I have to take, and this pawn is weak. So let's play this way. I trust that I can win this d5. Okay. Rook here. And then we push to b3. And if b3, then these rooks are going to e-file. Okay, f4 might be something, but I think I can just take it with the queen. Oh, maybe d4 is dropping, but then d5, g4, everything. This should be good enough. And then b3, because c1 is hanging. f4. Do I have time to take c2? f4 is probably a good choice, but still, this plan. And what is this? c3 is hanging. I can take here. Yes, we can play. Let's see. Your challenge is not present. Oh, now I have queen d2. But okay, if you can send challenges with increment, that's much better. I would like to play 3+2. If it's too quick for you, just play 5+5. Okay, thank you for the game, and let's see. I think we haven't played yet. Aha, okay. Okay, you might be the next one then. You can put your name in chat if you want, and then I can... I'm sure that I can challenge... I can accept the right challenge if you are still there. Okay, Mora Gambit is interesting opening line, but if you don't want to take here, you can just play knight f6. And actually, this is one reason why I don't play Mora anymore. I played few times in classical chess, but nowadays I'm not playing that because black can just play knight f6, and you have to play this Alabin line, and I think there is no good attacking ideas if black knows few basic principles like taking here and knight b5, b4, and everything will get traded, and this pawn might get weak. Of course, there's tricky looking tactics, but this should be fine. Queen here, a6, this is coming, and so on. I can trade, and then there's queen d3, knight c2, and so on. I think this is already much better for black, or at least maybe it's not much better, but there's at least some problems with these squares, and now this trade helps black. Where to go with this queen? If here we have rook c8. Okay, but now this looks just winning. Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe this is an option. My knight is in stuck in the corner. Oh, but I knight c2 is, yeah, it's winning. Okay, let's see. Okay. What was the next one? I think we haven't played yet. So if you want to challenge, please set 3+2, or at least some increment, because it's very hard to play without increment and try to be instructive. I would like to teach and play good games. I'm chess teacher and coach. I mean professional teach and coach. So it's part of my chess to teach. Of course, I play also, but I would like to keep these streams as instructive as possible. Okay, we have very big pawn center, but it's not so easy to push these pawns forwards, because sometimes there might be some square weaknesses or some plans for white. Okay, actually have to be careful not to lose anything with the tactics. Okay, maybe a5 is unnecessary. Let's play this one. I would like to keep this bishop to cover. Of course, I would like to keep that knight as well, but it wasn't possible. So maybe now some action on queen side. Is this hanging actually? Maybe it's too risky to take, because then rook will enter, queen c4, and so on. But I think I would like to trade queens, because after that I can put my king somewhere here and try to push d5. Now it's very hard to do something like that. Queen b6, queen c5, but then knight jumps here, queen b5. Okay, let's try. I think this might be too dangerous. Maybe computer says that it's okay, even the best line, but it's not human way to play. I try to make slow process on queen side. What is the plan for white? Okay, maybe I just okay, queen b3 might be something. Maybe d5 is an option actually now, because I have queen bishop d6, c4. Then if I do this, then my pawns are not well placed, and that might be a reason to avoid that. Okay, let's take more space. I think there is nothing going on king's side. Oh, he would like to trade queens, but I think I'm quite happy to make that trade. But let's see. It's still a good idea to think for a while. Is there something I have missed? Maybe c4 is the idea, to put knight here and then c4. So I think I have to be ready for d5 before c4. But still, then knight can have some squares. So should I go for this plan? I don't know. Maybe I can create something on king's side. Okay, let's see. At least I'm fine here, but I would like to have some advantage. Okay, this plan looks quite good for white, so I think I have to play d5. Actually, that might be a very good choice. Now this plan might work as well. It's a bit surprising that my opponent is playing so well, because I thought that this position might be better for black, but I'm not sure anymore. I try to get my bishop on d4. That's very good positional idea. Actually, it restricts this knight very, very well. Now there is f4. Oh, but I can take, it's check, and then I have e5. Oh, but now this this blunder is decisive. Okay, now we can take even more than exchange. And then another rook. This is how you should use the pin if you have a chance. Okay, thank you for the game. Let's see who was the next. I think maybe it was you. Let's play d4 this time. Yeah, blunders happens. Sometimes you played very well. Okay, this looks quite slow. I think there is no reason to do that. But of course, if knight f6 and white doesn't do anything quickly, then this might be a good choice. But now I think I can just play e4 immediately and try to take some advantages from this slow move. Okay, if I take bishop here, I can put my knight back to c3. I don't want to trade here because I think I'm going to have more space because this structure, and that's why it's usually a good idea to keep pieces on the board. Bishop b4, maybe even knight e2 to get this trade, and then bishop pair might give good prospects for white. But now after knight c6 there is no c5, and that's why I think black's position is too cramped. e5, d5, and so on. If I can prevent e5, then it's very hard to play with black pieces. So, what is the plan for black? Well, maybe have to start with bishop b4 and try to get e5, but okay, maybe bishop d6 with the same plan. Yeah. e5, I think I have to be ready for d5. If I play bishop is e3, it prevents that plan, I guess, because then I have d5, c5. But I would like to castle. And if I do this, maybe knight g4. So can I do without this? I think I can. If I do this and then d5, then there is no knight d4. And if knight jumps here, maybe c5 is still there. Not yet, but I think I can do that later. Oh, maybe e5 and e4. That is a plan for black. Yeah. So, what can I do? e5, c5, he can take. If I take, he will take here. Okay, I think e5 is needed, and it's very good after e4. If I take here, but he can, maybe my bishop can take on c6, and there is no real attack. Anyway, the idea is to get this move work somehow. Maybe knight can jump here and here, and if black can stop c5, then there is kingside attacking plans. Okay, I would like to do this, but I think it's not a good idea because d5 is then a weak spot. If I do this, then knight jumps here. Black is okay again. I don't have time for b4, so maybe I did something wrong. Because I think that I should have something from the opening, but I don't have anything. Okay. Well, this seems to be a useful move here. If knight jumps here, then I have bishop e3. If knight jumps here, then I will do something else than bishop e3. But maybe b6, a5, like black usually does against this kind of structure, is a good plan. This is very active also, but maybe there is some downsides, because now I can take here. If knight takes, I have d5 square. Oh, this is tricky actually. Okay, I take here. I can't. I'm not sure who is having edge here, but maybe white. At least very interesting game. And again, very high level play from black's side. I mean, if we compare his rating, I will play with viewers every Thursday, so on next Thursday we can play again. Actually, we have seen we have played against the same players quite often on Thursdays, so I would like to have this plan work somehow. Okay, let's try. By the way, there is a poll in the chat if you want to vote, give your vote. How often have you been around these streams? Feel free to vote, and thank you all who have voted already. It seems that about half are new faces. Welcome, and it's also very nice to see that there is also many of you have been here before, almost every time, or there's some of you have been every time. Bishop here, something like that. I think black went wrong to where this move happened, because now I have very strong knight on b5. And I have some tactical plans like bishop c5, maybe taking here bishop b6, and these pieces are not in play. I mean, the biggest issue might be the rook, and actually this might be the best line to trade queens and try to get something on d-file. I tried to demonstrate this plan. If this bishop is here, then rook is out of play, and there is big chance that e5 will drop or something else is happening on d-file. This is not an option. Oh, maybe in some lines, but usually it's not working. Okay, I think this was a blunder, but let's see. Okay, this is hanging. If I take here, he can take here, but knight h4 hits the bishop and rook is hanging. Okay, rook can come here, but then my knight is very active on f5, and I think I can do something on this file. Do we have some other options? Like, okay, maybe just taking here. This rook is very active, of course, but my pieces are so active that I should have something. Okay, but black can activate actually the bishop quite quickly, and b2 is hanging as well. And every square is covered by these knights and this bishop. So somehow this is working. It's a bit surprising. Okay, maybe I don't have to rush. So just b3. Of course, bishop can join into action, but maybe rook here, e4 is weak. These are quite weak, and my pieces are more active. So maybe this is the way. Knight field. Okay, I haven't seen your... now I see your challenge. Okay, we can play next. I think we have played against other... Oh, there is also one other, and we haven't played yet. But at least you two are the next ones. Oh, okay, it's my turn. Bishop f4. Okay, do I have chance to do this? It weakens this square, so I don't want to do this without good reason. But maybe I would like to trade this active rook. Okay. And if rook goes here, this plan, rook goes here, maybe in something on d4. One plan is, of course, take this knight and take here. But how to do it? Maybe bishop b4, d4, or just knight c3. And now I think black has to take, and it's very hard to activate this rook. Maybe e3 is a plan. Should I do that more idea, or should I do this? I don't know. e3 is not a threat at the moment. Okay, knight d6. It's here, it's here. This is hanging as well. Oh, where this bishop? Oh, there's check. So g3 is not working. Well, okay, but what can I do? Oh, this is also an interesting option. Maybe even this one, it pins the knight, or maybe it's not working. Aha. Okay, what should I do? It's not so easy. Okay, I just take this pawn. I can't find anything better. At least I'm pawn up, and usually it's very good. Or should I put the knight here to prevent counterplay? Now it seems to me that even this knight is a very strong one. I can I'm probably having better pieces still. For example, this plan wins this pawn, and okay, f5. Okay, let's do this. Maybe g4 actually. Yeah. Or let's play this. Now this pawn majority should give good prospects for white. Just push forwards like this way. Aha, okay, maybe I have to do this first, and then bishop here. Then rook is in trouble. Or at least there is some problems with... okay, now b5. I can push these forwards. I can sack this pawn, and then two passers. These are too strong. I don't have to worry about anything now. I can even give this pawn. Oh, I can jump here. Okay, let's play this way. Oh, there was a square. Now this should win quickly. Okay, thank you for the game. And now we have knight fields. Okay, let's play c5. By the way, I'm playing 2 tournaments today, titled Thursday. Hopefully I can have good opponents, GMs, and interesting games. I have played only once that tournament, and in the first time I played against Denis Lasavic, and if you want to see that game, you can find it from our channel. Okay, should should I play h6? I can't remember now. Maybe there was knight d5, but I can take and castle. Any feedback? I can't remember now what I explained, but if you mean that last game, I think you played much better than your rating. Maybe the a5 was the only reason that white got some advantages, but of course there might be some tactical things and so on, but it seems to me that you played well. Knight tries to get here. Can I take here and here? But then d6 will fall. So I think I need to take here first, and then here, and then here, and position might be equal or yeah, more or less. Okay, and what we have now, knight f6. Queen can't take here. Or maybe he can, actually, yes. Because if I do this, then this tactics works. Oh, but then b2 is dropping, at least. But I would like to keep this pawn majority, because this majority is not as good. So I have some edge in endgame if we get there. But of course white has more active pieces at the moment. But if I do this and something goes to d1, I have knight f6, takes, everything trades, and I think I'm at least fine. Maybe queen d5 is actually a very good choice now. Oh, I didn't see that, because it hits here, and knight is coming to d6. So I was probably lucky that white didn't play bishop, queen d5. But now I think black should have some advantage, some edge here, because it's very hard to create passed pawn with these pawns, and for example, pawn endgame might be winning, and also bishop ending, rook ending is probably draw, equal, I mean. But of course black has many useful moves, but maybe white can't do as much. I mean, we can take more space on king's side. Oh, that might be actually a cool choice. The idea is to trade pawns, and it gives some chances to create drawing chances. At least if I take here, I can't really do much. He can activate pieces, and now I think e4 might be the best, because c3 is probably needed, and then I have very active rook, and also this is a possessed pawn. I can play f5 maybe, and this gives very good prospects. Oh, but white has this move. I didn't see that coming. Okay, that might be a problem, because it activates the rook, and And if these pawns are traded, oh, this is too passive. White should do something else, more active plans. Now I think I can make some progress to get f5 somehow. Okay, have to be quicker now. How to do it? Maybe this way. And then at least this pawn is very strong. Some Okay, it's not so easy to find the way here. Okay, that was clearly wrong. Now I can just collect those pawns, and now even this, maybe this first, and then, okay, c6 might be a tactical plan for, and I have to cover rook d1 actually, and then b7 is somewhat hanging. I have this one, but I don't know actually. Was there sacrificing idea? Maybe there was, but he didn't do that. Now I think this is, of course, everything is under control. This is hanging, so I can take here. Oh, not first here, because then it goes wrong. We can trade everything now. Thank you for the game. Let's see, have we other challenges what we haven't played yet? Okay, this one was the challenge. Okay. Okay, why white plays this very solid setup. Usually it's better idea to play bishop f4 like in London system. This is almost the same, but a bit more passive, and it gives black chance to take initiative early on. Ah, okay. I hope you have good tournament there. I mean that American Open. Is it soon, or is there still time for preparation? Okay. If white takes here, then this is this might get weak. Isolate pawns, but isolated d pawn, I mean, but black's position is very active. Bishop is not here, and that's why I think there's no real chances to create strong play against d5. So I don't have to play c4, but actually it looks an option for black. If e4 is an option for white, then c4 might be a bad choice. But here I think I can just develop my pieces because d takes c5, then I can castle, put my rook here, and try to get something against white's king. Okay, this is losing tempos. Okay. Is this really a threat? Queen can get trapped easily in these kind of plans. So c4, queen takes here, knight b4. There's no way out, but do I have more than perpetual here? Okay, and other question is that can I take here and take this pawn? There's something. Okay, knight takes d5 after this trades. This is not so easy. I would like to play c4 and try to trap this queen. But somehow I'm not sure. Can I do it or not? But maybe a6. If queen takes, then it's trapped. So let's do this. I think this is nothing. Oh, it might be actually the best move, but still, black should be fine. Oh, okay, but now this is clearly a choice for black, and the idea is to take this queen after knight a5, queen c2, but now there is no time for e4, I guess, because b5 is already here, and this pawn avalanche is a very good one. e4 I can take here and take on d4. If pawn takes, I can take with the bishop, and then I'm just pawn up. First tournament. Okay, it's very exciting moment. I hope you have a good tournament there, but let's see, b4 c3, then I have very strong passer on c3. Maybe I could do something else, but this looks at least fine for black. In November, so you have plenty of time. I think I have to push c3, otherwise it's just too weak. Knight e4, bishop f5. Oh, I think this wasn't necessary, but let's see. There's only two pawns for. I can trade even more. I think I can take here and take e2. So this is trade, not plunder. Sometimes I plunder, like all of us, but let's see. Okay, now knight b4 and taking here with the bishop. Okay, but now e2 is hanging. Maybe it was because of this time. I think you played very well as well. Okay, maybe one more. Let's see. Of course, I'm playing on next Thursday, so we can play more. And today we are also having 2 more streams. I will play in Titled Thursday tournament, and hopefully we can get good opponents. It's only for titled players, and that's why usually opponents are tough to beat. Okay, let's play c5. Maybe knight e4 was already an option. Aha, can I do this? The idea is to break this pawn structure, and I think I have time for that because now c3 is also hanging. Otherwise, I would take here with the pawn. Actually, I think typical position is in typical position, bishop is on g5, and there is no option to take with the knight. So probably this is a bit better for that reason. Okay, let's see. There might be some extra options for white as well, but let's see. Long castling. After knight g5, I have at least f5 idea, maybe g6. I think this is too slow because white's king is more open than black's. Even in this variation, I can just put knight here and this one. Okay, this hits here, but still, I think it's not good idea at all because I can just take here, put my king here, and how he can develop. Okay. Let's see. Of course, knight g5, bishop here, queen here, but it takes too much time. I think I'm ready for c takes b2, and even this plan works against. Oh, maybe not actually, but I can just play this way. Okay. Now I will take here. We check. And then queen goes to f6. Or maybe I should play this one. I don't know actually. Maybe knight d7. Oh, why this? The best idea is of course king f1, and then there's real chances to create at least something, but now I think this went wrong. Okay. I cover this pawn and then knight c6. Okay, he can take here, but it's only a pawn, and then bishop might get trapped, and that's why I think it's not a big deal to keep this one. Okay, maybe knight e4 is coming. Okay, let's take here. It makes easier to play this. Okay, and now I can keep this b2. If queen trade happens, then it's fine. Knight c6, I can take f4, of course. Maybe he takes here with the rook, and of course, it's the best idea not to trade queens when you are down in material, but I think there is no good ways to make some threats. e5 and the bishop is ready to go. Knight d4, I can even give this pawn. Usually it's a good idea to give some material back if white, your opponent have some active plans, because usually it's enough to you still have enough material for winning position, and then there's no real threats like here. I don't really need this b2 b7 pawn. Okay, thank you for the game. I think that was it for today. I mean, for this stream, and I will stream again 17 CET, and also then we have a late night edition. So Tyler Thursday, see you there. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.